This is James at Locking the Value and CopyMyCrypto.com telling you today about the wonderful world of crypto. So this is the updated spreadsheet as always. These are the 26 coins I've spoken about on YouTube, talking about what I expected from them. I expected them to all do well. Phantom was a Udemy course, the only one I've produced, but I said it would be the best investment of the year. Turns out that it has been for me, and it actually did run up to 84 cents last month. So that was 168 times gain. So a $100 investment would have netted you a profit of 16,800. So that is not too shabby. These 26 coins, if you'd put $100 into each one, you'd be net profit of 28,491. So obviously, if you double those investments, your net profit would have been 56,000. So that's pretty great. Only Grin ruining the spreadsheet again. One day of green, and the rest I'm just putting up with it, ruining this goddamn spreadsheet. So I will be clear, I don't hold many of these at all anymore. I sold out a lot of them in profit when I thought that they might not do as much of a run anymore. And then I put that money back into other cryptocurrencies to compound those gains and to get more for my investment. So I'm not sitting on just 28,000 thanks to that. So the idea is obviously you've got to make sure that the investments are going to always make the most for you. And sometimes, even if you love a project, you know, there's sort of a ceiling on a lot of projects, a lot of cryptos. There's a ceiling on how high it can go. So you've got to bear that in mind. So that's what I try and do on Copy My Crypto. I share what I actually hold right at this moment. And then I let people know in advance when I'm making a trade. So I will sell off whatever cryptocurrency and buy into a new position on a new crypto. The idea being is that you can fully see what I'm doing. You can see how I respond to both the bull cycles and the bear cycles. Okay. So if you're interested, check out Copy My Cryptos right there. And let's get into the markets, guys, because it's been a weird day. So, firstly, we've obviously seen Bitcoin hitting like 61 grand on Sunday. And today, or Saturday, sorry, 61 grand. And today, we've been in the last 24 hours, we've really seen like bearish momentum against Bitcoin. Now we're only at sort of 20 to 3 today in the UK when I'm recording this, so we'll see how the rest of the day shakes out. But it's going to be interesting to see the momentum shift. Bloody coin market cap so slow. Right. Anyway, I'll come back to it. So hopefully it'll work sooner or later. Let's get into Cardano. Oh God. So realistically, we're looking at what's the price potential of Cardano. So this came out today. Hoskinson has said 100 plus companies are ready to leave Ethereum for Cardano. He claims that there are more than 100 companies in the pipeline and will shift to Cardano when the latter's functionality matures. Okay, so that is going to be very, very interesting, right? We're expecting that Cardano should be in a position next month to be able to start having applications and developments put on it. And I really like his sort of take, and his like, he always likes to slam Ethereum, but my goal is to run countries on this blockchain. I don't care about Uniswap and CryptoKitties and other things. It's a bubble, and it comes and it goes like pet rocks and beanie babies. You can take your DeFi and you can run it on my system for a 100th to 1,000th of the cost. And a big part of what he's referring to there are the issues that we all have with gas fees. And they are extraordinary at the moment. Currently, at this moment in time, the average for a transaction is about $7. The high is $9.67. But then when you get onto Uniswap, you know, we're seeing like highs of 92, lows of 60. I mean, these are estimates based on a gas limit of 200,000, however, but that is insane in terms of the actual cost of a transaction or cost of a swap. I don't want to lose $90 making a swap. So, and this is something that Vitalik is trying to resolve. You know, he's come out. I did a video recently where I was talking about the fact that he thinks that their sharding techniques are going to be able to reduce the fees like 100-fold. Now, if that happens, that's great news for Ethereum. However, I do think we're going to see a lot of projects end up migrating to Cardano, and that's a big thing. Fundamentally, Cardano has like a market cap of 33 billion at this moment in time. I would show you if CoinMarketCap wasn't so rubbish. And the potential for Cardano is enormous if, and it's a big if, but if a lot of projects shift from Ethereum to Cardano, that's going to be a massive thing. Combined with how obviously Bitcoin does in terms of moving the bull market. But Hoskinson's a big picture guy. Everything he does is about making sure that this can work consistently and you could like run countries on it. That's the sort of level that he's thinking at. And when we look at Cardano's, you know, the use cases for Cardano, they're the key things that run a country. It's education, it's retail, it's agriculture, it's government, it's finance, it's healthcare. They're the founding blocks of any country. And smart contracts are now able to be applied on Cardano. So if we start seeing developments in that area really soon as well, like in the next month or so, we start seeing not only Ethereum-based projects moving onto Cardano, but we also see Cardano's own projects launching. It will do two things. It will push DeFi into another super cycle, and it will push Cardano into some semblance of a super cycle. If DeFi platform, some DeFi projects and DeFi currencies are going on to Cardano, that could spurn the next bull run for DeFi. And I think that's going to happen. I really do, because the fees just remove any retail investors' hope of using DeFi applications on Ethereum right now, because there's just too much of them. And let's get into like a little bit more. So Cardano, I always like this. So he expects the birds to land in March. Now that's really cryptic message, but what he's actually talking about is the potential for things to begin launching as soon as next month. So Hoskinson has admitted his own frustrations over the delays. However, he expects the announcements to come this month or in April. Until then, Cardano community is left to speculate on the relevance of birds. But what matters is progress made this month, and not in one particular and the momentum is not in one particular direction. So they are really, really, really starting to get a lot done now. What I recommend is that you start checking out the actual proposals for Cardano. So if you sign up to Project Catalyst, so if you go onto Cardano.ADA scale, you can actually read through these different projects that are trying to get funding for the Cardano blockchain. Some of them are really interesting. Some of them are very good. You know, NFT and DeFi based ones are certainly catching my eye at the moment, and I've been doing little bits of votes here and there. Because so far the first funding round I wasn't really happy with, in terms of there was no investment there. In terms, like for us, there was nothing I could go, I'm going to invest in this. There was no crypto. It was all stuff to do with social, like improving social circumstances, or improving the underlying tech, right? But there's no new project that's getting launched yet. But that was only Fund 1. So Fund 2, the voting has happened. They've not actually uploaded the results yet. But you know, these are this is a very, very active community. You can check everything out, and I really recommend it. Because what we need for Cardano to have a run, and a real run, more than it already has, is DeFi to get launched properly on Cardano. Projects and cryptos to migrate off of Ethereum onto Cardano, and I do believe that will be happening. And then Bitcoin to continue a run. Now, if Bitcoin runs to 200 grand, that would put Bitcoin's market cap around 3.6 trillion. That would mean, based on previous historical data, so fed up with coin market cap. That would mean, based on previous historical data, that you'd be looking at a altcoin market cap of probably around 7 billion. If that happens, 7 trillion, sorry, 7 trillion. If that happens, there's no reason Cardano wouldn't be 1 trillion. Ethereum or Cardano? Ethereum probably, but Cardano very possibly. And that's like a 30x from this point. And that might be a bit pie in the sky, but the work, and Cardano has been frustrating for a while in terms of getting things, in terms of the speed with which the work's been done. But we are now at an impasse where we know smart contracts are going to start launching. If they launch and they launch well, and the fees, and you know, because we know there's going to be such minimal cost, DeFi could be in for another huge run, and Cardano will be an enormous beneficiary of that if projects begin moving onto Cardano. I'm really, really excited about Cardano, and while it may have a stagnant couple of weeks, I think you'll see in April, when we start seeing projects launching, we're going to see Cardano go for another nice run. Now, the counter to that, and I will put counter argument, Cardano is, we all know, slow moving. You know, there are people like the Coinmetrics co-founder Nick Carter, who isn't, he doesn't get it. Like, he doesn't understand why Cardano is having a run, because there's not even an application, just like there's no single popular application deployed on Cardano. But they are more concerned about doing things right the first time, instead of having crap like crypto kitties launching and crashing a network. So I don't mind the slow sort of start Cardano's had if we start seeing moves now, because I believe we will. And that is exciting. That is really exciting, and they will take some of Ethereum's business hugely. So your question, guys, how big a run do you think Cardano could have? Seriously, how big a run? And let's get just a quick reminder. So this is our spreadsheet. We'll keep updating this, and hopefully today we see some nice moves in the crypto market, and we start seeing Bitcoin bouncing back from the sort of mini loss that it's had in the last 24 hours. And guys, don't forget, check out copymycrypto.com. The link is there on the screen. You should be able to see it. And you can learn how I invest and how I compound my gains so that I'm not sitting on only 28 grand, and how I make sure that each investment is going to make me the maximum gains, and how I compound those gains, and how I profit take. Because you have got to, guys, if you're not profit taking, you are making a mistake. And when we have a bearish day like we are doing currently, although it is only 252, but when you have a bearish day like we are currently and you've not been profit taking, then far more stressful. Bear that in mind. Anyway, take care of yourselves and stay safe, and check out Copy My Crypto right there. Bye.